Let's become relaxed using our breathing. Try breathing in and out at a pace that feels right to you. And let the next breath go in a little bit deeper so it swells your chest slightly and you feel your whole body rise and fall very gently. Each breath coming in and out moves through you, leaves you feeling a little bit more spacious, more open and calm. Breathe in and out and let your muscles relax. Scan your whole body to find where those muscles are holding you up. And when you find them, make them smooth and soft, warm and relaxed. Keep breathing in and out and feel for where parts of your body are hard or tensed. For any aches in your body, the parts waiting still to be relaxed. When you notice them, take your breath there. Imagine that breath in and out is like a wash of warm golden light, moving through that area, leaving it supple, quiet. Soon your whole body is becoming so still that the only motion you're really aware of is in that point of you that thinks, that sits just between the eyes, that busy speck of thought. With your next out-breath, see if that little speck will lift up and drift out with it, and let's see where it goes. Let's imagine we're walking forwards on a clear sunny afternoon in a wide open space where a fresh breeze moves over your forehead and your shoulders. You're moving forwards in no hurry at all, feeling you have all the time in the world. The only thing guiding you is an instinct to move forwards to a certain point there in the distance that makes your heart sing, that calls out to you to go over there and join in its happiness and joy. We're moving slowly in that direction, but you'll find that your feet turn of their own accord, turn to one side, and begin to snake a slow meandering pathway outwards again, away from where you were heading. Your feet have a mind of their own, it seems, and what is curious about these turns is that as you walk, your nostrils fill with the smell of newly turned earth. Your fingers are aware of the feel of moist black soil, slightly wet, passing between them. And you're aware that as you walk, Your feet are down in the earth to the ankles. You can still move unimpeded, but you seem to be in two planes at once. In one you walk through the soil a little way down to the world you set off in. And so as you move forwards, the sense of earth and soil is all consuming. The idea of the life around you growing in this soil, the tendrils of roots, the minerals waiting to be discovered, the pockets of water seeping down, all the food in that soil, the potential. And meanwhile, your pathway zigzags slowly outwards, outwards into the wider world. You're still following that zigzagging path outwards, but now you really feel that cool, wet firmness of the soil. You register the darkness of being underground. You sense the life oozing easily through the grains down here, passing the tickling roots, going easily around stones, crystals, even the tunnels of living things. As you move through this organic playground, you continue to slowly zigzag outwards, out into the wider earth. I'd like you to draw in all the dark, living strength of this earth into yourself as you move forwards. Move forwards, becoming stronger at some deep, core, organic level. We find ourselves walking above ground. The earth is now below us, below the soles of our feet. We feel we carry it inside our bodies, moving forwards. Once again, you seem to be heading directly towards that point that calls to every cell in your body, that sings out with notes of joy. We move forwards keenly, the breeze moving over us, the sun bright overhead. But then our pathway turns again off to the side, and again we find ourselves moving along a zigzagging pathway. This moves through grass, interspersed with occasional small, elegant trees. As you walk along, the path will zigzag you outwards once more, out into the wider world, and we'll feel that we're a little bit higher up than before, as if we've climbed a hill that we had not noticed. On the path, breathe in and really fill your lungs. Feel your ribcage expand, the oxygen flowing. Breathe in the purest, cleanest, sweetest air you might have ever had on a hill or a mountain top. As you breathe in, you continue zigging and zagging outwards, and the air makes you lighter, more buoyant, less tied to gravity. Feel how light you become as you follow this pathway along. Still breathing of that sweet, pure air, you find your feet have lost contact with the pathway, although we follow its zigzagging route. Now you're so light you've begun drifting a little in the air, upwards. You can hold on here and there to those trees, hold the leaves and the branches to propel yourself forwards. As we go on, you have the curious, dreamlike sensation. If you can't hold on to these trees as they pass, you'd float up completely, like a helium balloon, away into the vast sky. So move on gently, feeling for the trees, always having yourself anchored by one, and follow the route, aided by these small earthly protrusions. We seem to have returned to our normal weight once again, walking once more on a pathway, moving inwards towards that central point that calls to you, strumming on the fibers of your emotions. Your whole body yearns to go into its energy, its calm and its joy. But that center remains some distance away. Instead, our pathway turns us once more, again to zigzag us outwards and away. And this time, you'll be aware of how deliciously cool your bare feet are walking on this path. Looking down on this hot day, clear spring water is flowing from some unseen springs, so that it follows the pathway's contours, and it flows over your toes as you walk. Hear how your feet splash in that water as you zigzag round a corner and out again. The water flowing and dancing with many bright colors on the stones in the sunlight. Feel how that water is cooling the nerves in your body. It seems again we have risen higher. We are following some unexpected hill, as well as the water flowing over your toes. A cloud of mist has descended, making everything hazy around you, coating your body with a fine glistening dew. The colors of everything are more intense behind this wash of moisture. You can hear a stream running down near your feet, and it's the sound of that stream that is the zigzagging path guiding you forwards. And begin to feel you are not walking anymore, but are swimming in water, pushing out with strokes of your legs and your arms in a body of water, following that same zigzagging pattern, but now the healing water is encasing you, holding you up. Enjoy the freedom of 3D motion as you kick on, swimming along this path. We find ourselves walking in the open air once more, along a pathway of beaten earth, with grass blowing on either side. We're still in the mist, but we sense that we are much higher. Perhaps you can hear birds singing as they fly level with us. Again, in the haze, you can make out a pathway leading you to that center, that place you so yearn to reach. And once more your feet, governed by the pathway, must follow it to the side, and it zigzags us out one final time, out into the wider world. The misty cloud around you is lit by a cream light. It seems like sun is breaking through the mist, and as the light brightens, the mist begins to part. It fades away. You feel the strong heat of the sun on your limbs. And now you can fully open to the view of the landscape on all sides around you. We are indeed very high up, following this pathway along the top side of this hill. Feel the freedom of having the world laid so nakedly wherever you look, as if you are a giant, some creature out of myth. As you follow the path outwards over the hill, be aware of the warming sensation of the sun, its heat on your skin, traveling from your delighted coating inwards inside your body. When the sun parts the clouds and comes out in blue sky, feel how your mood lifts as well, how every cell responds, becoming buoyant and joyous. Drink in the sunlight, the simple animal heat. The simple distilled heat on your body, relaxing you, rejuvenating you as the path zigzags outwards further. In your mind's eye, imagine you can follow it with your eyes closed, your arms out, palms up and fingers outstretched, catching every ray of sun. Once more we become aware that we're moving towards that center space, a straight line, aware over on one side is that area of earth, so rich and dark, and then the place of air, where we had to hold on to the trees to keep from floating away. Also nearby is that area of water, so delicious on our toes, and that of the hot, fiery sunlight that we recently walked through that cleared the mist. And we are reaching now the apex of the hill, that center we've been striving to get towards. Our feet are taking us up to that summit, to the very crown. Up here is the remains of a white columned temple, circular, with plants growing between the stones, and the columns intact to different heights. It feels like no human has been here in a while. Go to the center of this enclosure. Stand erect, aware of the sun directly overhead. In your mind's eye, stretch out your arms up above you as if you're reaching as high as you can into the sky and making a Y shape of your body. and with those outstretched arms, channel down the heat and the light of the universe, down through your body, all the way into the earth below. Let the gold and the heat spiral downwards through you and pass on. Now feel energetically far, far below your toes and your heels, way down under the surface of the earth, where the heat is at its core, and encourage that to come upwards through you. Draw it like a magnet, another spiral, moving up through your soles, heat energy, fluid as molten rock, rising up through you, up out of your fingers and the top of your head, to go out into space. Allow both those energies to flow through you as you keep your arms outstretched, one flowing down, one flowing up. Try and remember this flow of energy up and down, so it can lock inside you forevermore in your bones. And now it's time to leave this hill that you can revisit any time you choose to, with all of its goodness held inside our bodies to take back. Let it recede into the back of your mind, and instead cast out for where you've left your body, sitting or lying down. Breathe yourself back to where you know your body is. Position yourself just above it, and let's breathe ourselves back in. Breathe our mental body back into the physical. Take a breath in, going down into your body, and go with it all the way down through the trunk and the legs, down to where your feet are, and leave a little bit of yourself there. Inhale again, going down inside, and go down your legs to where the ankles and the calves and the knees are, and leave some of your concentration there, weighing it down. Breathe in again, and we'll go down to fill the thighs and the hips. On the next breath in, go down and reconnect with your tummy and your lower chest, leaving yourself there to become the right weight once more. Now let's breathe in and fill the upper chest, and go down the arms all the way to the fingers, the wrists and the palms. The next breath in will go down the arms and fill the forearms, elbows and all the way to the shoulders. Now let's breathe in, up the neck and fill the inside of the head. Breathe in and bring back that little point of you that thinks, and sit it back between your eyes where it normally lives. Feel for any parts of you that are still a bit spacey, and place yourself back there. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, let's open up our eyes.